This is the 25-man heroic Naxxramas boss, Maexxna. Maexxna is a giant spider with about 7.6 million hit points. She'll use several spells, which we'll show here. First, she'll use Web Wrap about every 40 seconds. It encases one or two raid members in a web and flings them back to the outer perimeter of the boss room. This web must be broken by a DPS or it will kill the person inside. However, they can be healed while inside. Being web wrapped causes up to 3k damage every 2 seconds. Next, Maexxna will use Web Spray, which is cast about every 40 seconds. It will seize everyone in the room for 6 seconds, and will do 2 to 3k damage during those 6 seconds. You'll not be able to move or attack, so make sure that someone has a boss mode so they can call out before this happens, in order to have the healers top everyone off, especially the tanks. Next, Maexxna will use Poison Shock, which causes 4.5 to 6k damage in a 15-yard cone in front of her. She'll use this ability about every 10 seconds, so just be ready to heal through it throughout the fight. Maexxna will also use Necrotic Poison. This will reduce all healing received by 90% and will last for about 30 seconds. It must be cleansed immediately. You might want to have a druid keep Abolish Poison rolling on the tank to avoid this debuff. Finally, Maexxna will use Frenzy. This is a soften rage which happens at about 30%. It'll increase her physical damage by 75% and melee haste by 50%. When she gets to this point, she must be burned down quickly. You should also note that Maexxna will summon 8 spiders about every 40 seconds. These only have 14k hit points, so make sure your DPS take care of them before they get to be too much. The most important thing to remember in order to win this fight is firstly to keep the tank topped off and fully doused in hots just before the web spray. It's also a good idea to assign a particular DPS specifically to removing the web wrap from raid members who get it, and another DPS specifically to de-wrapping the raid member that you assign to de-wrapping others. This fight is very simple from a tanking perspective. Healers need only watch for web spray and go all out just before that happens, and DPS need to look out for web wrapped players and need to be able to call out to the raid when they get wrapped, and finally need to watch for the spiders as they come out. Thank you for watching the Boozin Bullies Guide to Maexxna. We wish you the best loot and luck in your next boss encounter.